Okay, just another point before I start. The way I've coded this may seem quite complicated to some people, and if you feel like this is overcomplicating things, and you're aware of that it's overcomplicating and there is an easier way to do it, please don't tell me, because I know this is a really hard way of doing stuff. It's effective, but I'm sure there are about 1,000 other ways this could be done. However, the way that I am doing this allows people to learn really well. So if you do see, oh, Alex could have done that this way, or Alex could have done that way, then, I mean, let me know by all means, but I'm not going to acknowledge that because everyone codes differently, and I'm coding in the way that people can learn, and the way they can get to grips with lots of different functions and not just a really easy process way of doing things. So without further ado, I'm going to get on with my connect.php script. This is quite generic, so if you already know it, we're just setting a connect variable to use the MySQL connect function, and we're connecting to localhost. So I'm running off my own server, and my username is root and my password is nothing. And then we're going to use the MySQL select DB function to select our database, and this is PHP Academy. There you go. And then we're just going to have up here like a generic error message, and I'm just going to say here couldn't connect. And after each function, we're going to say or die, and we're just going to stick the error variable in there. So this will be echoed for each of these cases if they can't connect. That's just an easy way that I like doing things. Okay, so obviously in each of our files we're going to need to include our connect script, but I'm going to require it because it is required for this. So I'm just going to say connect.php, and we can just copy and paste that over to our send file. Okay, so we've got our connect script here, and we have required it for both of these. Now obviously we're setting up a new table on PHP Academy database, so I'm going to come in and, oh, that's from earlier. Okay, so this is our mailing list as it stands, nothing. Okay, so this is our database. I've got two tables. I'm going to create a new table. I'm just going to say new here, and I'm going to call this mailing list. And the amount of fields, well, we need an ID field first of all. Let me just come in here and input this. We need an ID, we need a first name, a last name, and we need the email address of the person. We also need whether or not they want an email sent to them, because your user may register but not want any email sent. This is purely for people that are using sort of login register tables, and you'll want like a variable kind of field, just like send or something like that. I'm just going to call it send, and this is going to be set to 1 or 0, a boolean value. 1 meaning yes, they do want the mailing list sent to them, and 0 meaning no, they don't want the email mailing list sent to them. So really what I'm creating here is just incorporating this, just in case you're using like a user website, you have some kind of website where users register, and you'll need to include this variable to let them know if they do or don't want the mailing list. So here we've got 5 fields that we need to add into our table here. So I'm going to click 5 or type in 5, and I'm just going to set this up. So we need an ID, that's an integer. That's going to be a auto increment, so we need it as a primary key. And that just means that every time a record's entered, the increment of this ID will go up from 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, depending on how many records you're entering. The next one is first name, and that is going to be a variable character of 25, so that's varchar. And we have the last name, and again that's a varchar. I'm going to say 25 again. These aren't really important for now, this isn't what I'm teaching you, but you can feel free to change these. We need obviously the email address. This is a varchar again, but I'm going to set it to about 40 because you get some quite long email addresses. And then send, I'm going to come down, I'm going to choose bool, and you can see it's under the numeric section, meaning that the value of it is 1 or 0. 1 for true, 0 for false. So 1 would be for if they do want the email sent, and 0 would be if they don't want the email sent to them. So what we can do now is just click save, and then we'll see our fields in action. You can see here, and I'm going to insert some just values into them quickly. It's up to you. Have a look around some of my other tutorials of how to make a page to put these values in. You'll find something in some kind of register or login tutorial. The first one I'm going to have is going to be Alex Garrett, which is my name, and I'm going to have my Hotmail email address. And send I want as 1 because I do want this email sent to me. ID I don't need to put because that's auto increment. I'm going to click go, and that will have been put into my database. And then I'm going to insert another record, and next I'm going to put, let's say, Alexander and university, and I'm going to use my university email address for this, which is shown here. And send, I'm going to put 1 again because I do want this sent to me, and I'm going to click go. Okay, so now we've got, if you just click browse first of all, we can see that we've got our records put in there. Okay, so now that we've got our records set up and we've got our pages connected, we can start creating the index.php file, and that is going to be in the next part of this tutorial. So join me then, and I'll be creating the interface and the selection for who's going to receive this mailing list, so you can select which users receive and which don't. So join me in the next tutorial, and I'll be showing you how to do that. Thanks for watching.